Good morning, Arthur here. And this morning I want to do a little bit of a video tutorial on how to set up your space on the Enable Hub form, the hub site for enable volunteers and members of the community to set up their own space page that they can share their stories, their information, projects, kind of your own personal place on the hub. So let's get started, and we're going to go right up to the directory up at the top, menu items, and it'll be on the right. We go click on directory. Then over to the left hand side, you'll see the directory menu. And towards the bottom, but not quite at the bottom, is volunteer spaces. And you can see that there's a few listings in there. And if you pop in there and look at them, let's look at the founders. And you can see you can create a space where you can put your own items in, your own stories and subject matter and projects, and you can create your own menu items over on the left. So let's go back. Anyway, from this volunteer spaces area, if you go up to the main menu across the top, over on the left hand side it says My Spaces with a little arrow pointing down, and you click on that, and at the very bottom there's two blue items. The one on the right is volunteer spaces, and if you wanted to create a project space, I guess you could do that also, but right now we're just working on creating our own volunteer space. So we're going to click on that, and it brings up a area to input some data into. First thing is going to be your name, and I'm going to create my own Arthur Putnam space. It's asking for a description. You can type in a description. I'm going to put place to share my ideas and projects. And then you click next. And here is where you create or you enable various items within your space. If you want a links listing, you could add that in there. I'm going to go ahead and add that. I'm going to add gallery. If you wanted polls, files, if you wanted to share like different file types, you could probably enable that for a file selection within your space. And these things you can add also, I believe, at a later date. So I'm going to just select a couple and go next. If you wanted to invite any specific people to your space, you could, at this time, you could type in their names. But for now, I'm just going to click done. And there we go. We now have my space, and it's asking for your first story or first item to put in your space. So I'm going to click in there, and you can see here just above the blue box that popped up, text items, whether it's code, heading, and there's an arrow over on the right hand side for more items, and you can insert images, upload a file. So there's a few options there, but I'm just going to type in there Welcome to Arthur's space and sharing my ideas and projects. Once that's done and you've got everything you want, I'm just going to keep it short and simple for my first one. Submit. And there you go. Now you can see over on the left hand side of the space menu that there is stream, the gallery that I wanted to enable, and a links list that I wanted to enable. They're all right there. And there's a wiki down at the bottom of it. So there you go. That's how you would create your own personalized space on the hub. Hopefully this is helpful for you to get started in sharing your personal volunteer space on the hub. And if you got any ideas or thoughts or feedback, feel free to leave me a message here on MySpace. Or you can message me through the hub site. So thank you, and I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully it was helpful for you. Enjoy.